Good morning. How is everyone today? Hope you're all ready for class. We're going to go ahead and get started a little differently today. I'd like to get started in hero pose. So hero pose is basically just coming to your knees and setting the hips back and sitting nice and tall. If this is not working for you, you can always just take an easy seat or bring a block and place the block right behind you. We're going to take the palms and we're going to place them palms up onto the thighs and start coming into our breath. Long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just noticing how we feel here today. Really connecting our minds with our body, finding our center. On the next inhale, let's go ahead and rise up, reaching, filling up overhead. And on the exhale, go ahead and release, bringing the hands down to heart center. Another big deep breath in. Filling up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, deep breath in. And this time on the exhale, go ahead and release the left hand down, keeping the right hand up, and just planting it on the mat here. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, shift over to the left side, reaching, really pressing down in that right hip. Finding length on each inhale. And on the exhales, maybe finding a little more depth in that pose. One more round. Awesome job. And on the exhale, go ahead and release both hands down to the sides. Big deep breath in. Let's go ahead and take it on the other side. Left arm up, right arm down. Planted nice and strong. Inhaling, finding length. And on the exhale, just sinking in. Couple rounds of breath here. Last inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and release the hands. Back to the sides. Deep breath in. And let's go ahead and fold forward, coming into our child's pose. Again, you can keep the knees together, taking the distance of the mat. Send the hips back. Bring the forehead down to the mat, sending the hands nice and long in front of us. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. Awesome job. Go ahead and make your way to all fours on your next inhale. Making sure that the wrists are in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. We're going to curl the toes under, send our hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. Maybe we pedal through the heels here, finding a little more space. Really pressing down into the palms of the hands, sending our energy up towards our hips, pressing them really high. Awesome job. On the next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and hold here for turbo dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. Lift the heels, bend the knees real deep for turbo dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift the heels, bend the knees. This time walking your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. And coming to a forward fold here. Maybe you take opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe you wrap the hands around the back of the feet. Interlace them at the lower back, whatever works best for you here. Last breath in, and go ahead and release. Coming to a nice flat back on the inhale. Maybe you take your hands to your calves, thighs, maybe they meet the ground today. Exhale, fold forward. Let's go ahead, root to rise, reaching, filling up, breathing in deeply. And on the exhale, letting go completely. Bringing the hands to heart center. Maybe taking a moment here to set your intention for your practice today. And maybe we focus on feeling connected today. Connected with ourselves, with our practice. Just being a little more aware of everything around us today, whatever your intention might be. Awesome job, guys. Let's go ahead and warm up, fill up. Inhale, bringing the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Nice long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, step it back to your high plank. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower all the way down to the mat, keeping the elbows tucked in at the sides, pressing up through the palms, lifting the heart, lifting the crown, baby cobra. Exhale, release down to the mat. Let's go ahead and take the 2 more rounds. Press through the palms, inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Go ahead and come to your knees. Press, curl the toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Awesome job. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Make your way to the top of the mat. Flat back and fold. Rise up, fill up deeply, breathing in. Exhale, release, fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back, and fold. Plant the hands, step it back to your high plank, and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe this time you lower halfway down, curling over the toes, upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. One more time, your variation, whatever's working for you this morning. Lift the heels, bend the knees, find the top of the mat. Halfway lift, flat back, and fold. Rise up, fill up. And on the exhale, go ahead and release, emptying it all out. Fold forward, flat back. Plant the hands, step it back to your high plank, lowering, inhaling up, press it back, downward facing dog. Awesome job, 3 rounds of breath here, long deep breaths in, and on the exhale, maybe we side out. One more time. And let it go. Go ahead and come back to your Ujjayi Pranayama. Breathing in and out through the nose. We're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, find the top of our mat. Flat back and fold. Let's go ahead and make our way to a chair pose, dropping the hips, bending the knees, bringing the big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, arms reaching overhead. Long deep breaths in and out through the nose. Gaze up. One more round of breath and fold forward. Halfway lift and fold. Let's go ahead and step the left foot back. And we're going to come straight up, grounding down in that back foot into a warrior two. We're going to keep the front knee bent in line with the ankle. Back legs nice and long, really grounded into the back of the mat. Arms are nice and parallel and active. One more round of breath in. And on the exhale, let's go ahead and drop the hands to the lower back, interlacing them, and just really open up in our hearts here. Welcoming the practice, welcoming the day. Just feeling connected and grounded here with ourselves. One more breath in. And on the exhale, let's go ahead and make our way to humble warrior. So we're going to begin hinging, keeping our hands where they're at. Begin hinging forward, and maybe this is where you're at. Our goal is to bring our shoulder to the inside of that right bent knee. Maybe the arms come up off the back. I want the head to hang heavy here. We're not really resting on the thigh, but there's like a little bit of a support, very lightly. Last breath in, last breath out, and let's go ahead and find our way back up. Releasing the hands, coming back to our warrior two. Let's go ahead and straighten that front leg out, flip the palm, reverse triangle. Maybe on each inhale, you reach a little bit further, and on each exhale, maybe you just sink a little bit deeper, taking that back hand a little lower down the leg. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Awesome job. Lift the heels, bend the knees, top of the mat. Flat back and fold. Come on up, chair. Maybe this time you play a little bit. Maybe you challenge your balance, coming to the balls of the feet, sinking a little bit lower on each exhale. Last breath in and release. Fold forward, flat back. Awesome job, guys. Go ahead and step that right foot back, grounding down, keeping the bend in the front knee. Warrior two. Awesome job. Last breath in. And on the exhale, go ahead and take the hands, interlace them behind the back, really opening the heart here. Gaze up. One more breath in. And on the exhale, let's go ahead and hinge forward, bringing the shoulder to the inside of the left knee this time, and keeping a nice strong bend in that knee. Awesome job. On the next inhale, go ahead and make your way up. Releasing the hands, coming to your warrior two. Flip the palm, straighten the front leg, send the arm back. Reverse triangle. Again, on each inhale, maybe you reach a little bit higher, finding some length in that side body. And on the exhale, reaching a little lower, sinking in here. Awesome job. Go ahead and cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Remember, you can always add a flow there if you want to amp up your practice. Completely up to you. Awesome. Go ahead and lift the right leg high. Bring it in, knee to nose. And hold for 3, 2, 1. And this time we're just going to take straight over, right knee, right elbow for 3, 2, 1. Left knee, left elbow, or sorry, right knee, left elbow for 3, 2, 1. Shoot it back up. Send it through. Crescent lunge. Again, we're keeping the bend in the front knee. Staying up on the ball of the back foot. Arms overhead. Deep breaths in and out. Awesome job, guys. One more breath in. And on the exhale, release the hands to the mat. Inhale it up. 3-point balance. And hold here. Maybe we pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and plant the right hand down. And open up in the left hand, left hip. Opens nice and wide for half moon. Maybe you welcome the block here to bring the earth a little bit closer to you. 2 more full rounds of breath. And go ahead and release. Fold forward. Halfway lift. And fold. Let's go ahead and step the left leg back. Sorry, that's the right leg. Followed by the left, downward facing dog. Send the left leg high, 3-legged dog. Bring it in, knee to nose, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Shift it straight over, left knee, left elbow. 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and take the left knee, right elbow. 3, 2, 1. Send it back up. And bring it in. Crescent lunge. Last breath in, release the hands. Pressing up, 3-point balance. Hold here. Maybe you pulse for 5. Remember, you want to keep the hips in line, foot pointing downward, nice and flexed. Then we're going to place the left hand just above that left foot. Open up. And the right side body, right arm up, hip nice and open. Maybe you lift that leg just a little bit higher. Awesome job. Go ahead and release the hands and feet down to the mat. Come up for a halfway lift. Fold forward. Plant the hands. Step it back. High plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back. Downward facing dog. Long deep breaths in and out through the nose. Maybe you come to your knees, taking a child's pose, checking in with yourself. Coming to your breath, finding calmness and stillness there and throughout the body. Use this time wisely. Awesome job, guys. Let's go ahead and make our way to all fours, coming to a tabletop. We're going to go ahead and take the left hand, extend it out, sending the right foot back. Again, you can have the curls toed under on the grounded foot, or you can keep them nice and flat, coming to the tops of the toes, whichever works best for you. You want to keep the core engaged here. Breathe in and out through the nose. Last breath in. On the exhale, go ahead and release everything back down to the mat. Taking that on the other side, extending the right arm out, extending the left foot back. Again, toes point downward. Long, deep breaths in. Awesome job, guys. Go ahead and release the hands and feet down to the mat. Curl the toes under. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. Go ahead and bring the right leg high, three-legged dog. Send it through for warrior one. And we're going to hang out here for just a couple breaths today. Last breath in. Open up warrior two. Awesome job. Straighten that front leg for triangle. So we're going to hinge forward, reaching, reaching, reaching until we can't reach anymore. Drop that right arm down, left arm up. Really strong in the side body here. Maybe you come to a block. Bring your hand to the calf or thigh, wherever you're at. That is okay. Awesome job. Go ahead and release that hand down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg high. Send it through. Warrior one. Open up warrior two. Go ahead and begin straightening that front leg. Triangle pose. Reaching and reaching. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and tip. Left hand down, right arm up. Awesome job. Go ahead and release that hand down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Long deep breaths in and out through the nose. Maintaining that breath, maintaining that connection, honoring your body and where you're at today. You're going to go ahead and lift the heels, bend the knees, turbo dog, and let's shoot it forward, high plank. Maybe you add a push-up. Send it back, downward facing dog. 2 more rounds. Lift the heels, bend the knees, turbo dog. Shoot it forward, high to low. Press it back, downward facing dog. Last one. Lift the heels, turbo dog. Shoot it forward, high to low. Press it back, downward facing dog. Awesome job. You guys are doing great, I know it. Let's go ahead and lift to the balls of the feet really high. We're gonna roll forward into a high plank. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and drop to the elbows for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go ahead and lower the lower body, coming straight into Sphinx pose. Long, deep breaths in, allowing the lower body to relax, coming to the tops of the feet, taking them slightly out, apart. Gaze face forward at the top of your mat. Awesome job. Go ahead and release down to the mat. Stacking palms, bringing the forehead down, maybe giving yourself a little bit of a massage there on your third eye, your forehead, your ajna. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and bring the hands alongside the body. Placing any cheek down to the mat. We're going to take locust pose here. So we're going to take a nice long deep breath in, and on the inhale we're going to lift everything up. We're going to press through the pelvis and the hips, lifting the feet, lifting the hands, palms down, gaze forward, and we're in an up dog, lifting the heart, the crown. Everything comes up, pressing up through the hips here. Couple more rounds of breath. Awesome. Go ahead and release the opposite cheek down to the mat. We're going to take that one more time, inhaling everything up, really pressing in through the pelvis and the hips here. That's our grounding here. Most we're grounded in our pelvis and our hips. We're really going to push up. Awesome job. Go ahead and release down to the mat, opposite cheek. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and push it back to a child's pose. Just counteracting some of that back bending we did. Maybe you keep the knees together this time, finding a really nice rounding in that lower back area. Awesome job, guys. Let's go ahead and make our way to all fours, crossing at the ankles and coming to a nice, easy seat. We're going to bring the knees up, feet planted. And we're going to take seated pigeon. So you want to place your hands behind you, fingers facing the back wall. And we're going to cross the right leg over that left knee. Maybe you scooch in a little bit. You want to keep the foot flexed and active. You want to keep that knee nice at a 90-degree angle here. And we're just going to push forward. Maybe we walk the hands in a little bit more, bringing that bent knee closer to our chest wall. And just breathe here. It's one of my most favorite poses. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and release. I'm crossing the left foot over the right knee this time. Flexing the foot. Maybe we walk everything in just a little bit closer. Really finding a deep stretch in that hip. Awesome job. Go ahead and release. Bring the knees down to the mat. We're going to come into boat pose. I'm going to give you a couple different options. You can either stay here, palms up alongside you. You can bring them to a 90-degree angle, or we could just go ahead and take full boat for 10, 9, 8, 7. There is an arm balance, well, a balance here. You can always take your hands and interlace them underneath the calves here, coming into a flower pose. Completely up to you. We'll hold here for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And wherever you're at, go ahead and release down to the mat. Coming down to your back. Giving yourself a great big hug. That was a lot of work that we did. Just finding that center, making sure you're still connected, checking in, honoring your body today. That's what this practice is all about. It's about you, showing up for you and who you are and what you have today. So if you modified, that's okay. If you intensified, awesome. Let's go ahead and set the legs nice and long to the sky for our waterfall. Again, you can take a block here, maybe coming to a supported waterfall. That's always nice. Taking it to the lower sacrum area, just like we do in bridge. Awesome job. You have a block. Let's go ahead and remove that. If not, awesome. Just go ahead and bring your knees back in. Hugging them really close. Maybe taking a happy baby here. Placing your hands to the outer edges of the feet. Just a few breaths. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring them back together. This time today for our supine twist, we're going to send the left leg nice and long, crossing the right leg over our bodies, and finding that nice deep twist. Keeping the hands in a T. Great job, guys. Let's go ahead and come back to center. Setting the right leg long. Left knee crosses over. Awesome. Let's go ahead and make our way back to center. Hugging our knees in one last time, showing ourselves some love. Thanking ourselves for honoring our body and being here. Being present, even if it's just for this short time on our mats. And when you're ready, go ahead and spread out. Feet coming to the corner of the mats, arms alongside body, palms up for our final resting pose, corpse pose or savasana.